Hi everybody, welcome back to Sirdar Stitches. Hope you're doing okay and I've had a good couple of weeks. Apologies for the lack of video. I think because I did one on the Thursday of Q, I then didn't do one that weekend. And then this weekend had a chilled one actually. I say chilled, I've got something to show you that took me 3 hours and was back breaking. But yeah, chilled weekend was needed, especially after I've been ill, then running around for Q and work's been manic. So my desk is adorned with stuff that I need for my day to the office tomorrow, as well as stuff to show you and a cup of tea, which I need to make sure I don't knock over. So I'm probably going to show you the biggest one first. So we'll go through projects first and then deliveries, I think, and bits after that, because this one is then out of the way and I'm not likely then to knock my tea over with it. Right, so in case you're new here or haven't been around much, because I forget to introduce myself every single time, I'm Michelle and I am Sirdar Stitches. 99% crochet, I would say, but I do sometimes throw in a couple of curveballs, stained glass, yeah, all sorts of couple of odd bits and bobs. Gardening is the other one in there, and I've just realised I've left my list. Now you mind, I think I wrote myself a list last night. Hopefully I'm going to cover it all. There's normally something I forget. We'll see, we'll wing it. If I forget something, I'll do it next time. I plan and write myself a list and forget to bring in the list. Yeah, so I mainly do crochet. On that vein, as many of you know, I was doing the Sirdar, however you say it, Summer Picnic crochet along. I did complete it. I did weave in all my ends. It was all done. I think I showed you. I did show you. It all completed. But this was what took me 3 hours on Saturday. I finally sat down and sewed the fleece backing that I bought, stolen off somebody else's idea of the Facebook group, to the back and the label. So I class it as now fully complete. It wasn't a work in progress because it was complete as it was and could be used, but I wanted to back it because, I mean, I say I want to sit in the garden with it in the nice weather, and the backing was to stop the grass getting all stuck in it and ruining it. It's been pouring with rain today. Also, apologies if my hair looks a bit... I put dry shampoo in it last night. I don't use dry shampoo very often, and being dark haired and the dry shampoo being white, it makes my hair look a little bit dusty. I don't get on well with dry shampoo. So, blanket. I'm not going to be able to hold this up and show you the entire thing because it's too big. It's a little bit of slight, let's call it bagging on one side, shall we say. But if you stretch it out in the most part, there we go, strawberries on the back. So I have hand stitched this. Don't look too closely. I mean, luckily you can't see it, really. If I hold this up, you'll barely see this on the front because I've managed to go round stitches. Can you see that? I mean, if I hold it far away, you can't really see it. I've managed to go round and through with, I should have probably used orange thread rather than white, but you know, decisions were made. You can't really see it, and I've managed to do that all the way around. I had to, you can see a little bit of that there. I had to chop one end of it and overlock it. I couldn't be bothered to rethread my overlocker with white yarn. So I did it with black, and most of it's hidden apart from that one, I think, edge that you can see, because I've had to fold it over a little bit. I didn't want to cut it too short, so I cut it probably conservatively and then overlocked it, and then couldn't be bothered to recut it and re-overlock it, because if I went squiffy, it would all go Pete Tong. Sorry, Pete Tong, wrong. I'm not Cockney, but I always say Pete Tong. So yeah, we've got this fleece blanket is from the range. I believe it was £4 or £5.99. So yeah, that is on the back of my blanket now. So that is all fully backed. And then down here somewhere, it's still on my hair gets everywhere, honestly. Down here in this corner, we have sewn on my label. So I've just popped it down in that corner, bottom corner. And that was a bit, I mean, it's a little bit puckered because it was getting to yarn chicken, but thread chicken. But if I pull it out a bit, it's fine. It's all good. I could iron it. I'm not gonna. There we go. So it's all done and backed. All usable. So A, it's quite heavy because it's now backed. And B, it would be too warm, I think, for winter. Plus, I've already got lots of blankets. Hubby's like, more? Like, yes, for the garden. So yeah, it's all backed. And I did, you guys will be impressed. Well, a form of blocking for me. I'll pop in a picture somewhere. I hung it over the washing line and spritzed it. So I never block anything. So that's progress for me, actually hanging it up and spritzing it. So yeah, I call that blocking, whether you would, but I blocked it, let's say. Which did help with this granny stripe panel that's a little bit size-wise, tension-wise. I've just folded that and then thrown it on the floor and it's unfolded half of itself. Never mind. So that was the weekend project. Haven't picked up a crochet hook for probably about 4 or 5 days until last night. Because if you've been here before, you know I'm a one project girly. So I'm still working on my passion flower from Q. So we have a head and a body. We have 2 legs. We also have, I did this piece at the workshop on the day, the face piece, which came up tension-wise quite small compared to everybody else's. And then I finally completed last night, but I left it where it was because the complicated bits start. She says that she's about to drop them all. I've done the petals. So we needed to make 10 petals. So I have made 10, I believe, here. Let me count them. I can't hold them all up in one go. Let me hold them in hopefully 2 5s, and then that will help me know that I've got 10. There's 5, and there it's 5. Petals, all done, because then these get attached to the face piece. Then we have some decorative business. And then we have arms, which some people have said, ooh, it's a bit complicated. Not complicated, fiddly, I will say. Haven't got to that point yet. We'll let you know. So yeah, I won't do any tonight because I've got yoga class and then I'm out at the office tomorrow, so I'll go to bed early. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. I am still doing the Doctor Who hexagons in between, kind of is 2 whips at once, but I have that for sort of in between projects. And they've been blocking and I'm limited on blocking space. So the next set of 3 have been blocked, so I can add those on. And then that is my full width of how wide I want to go. And then I just need to, yeah, I think that's 12 out of 24 skeins now. Right. Deliveries. So I don't think I showed you this. So I ordered my Toft Summer Competition. So this is Ed's Best Nest, which I did get to see at Q. This is colour box they ran out of, so I think they're on like blue or green now. So it's like a little egg carton. So you have the choice. You can still do this and still order them at the moment. You can either pick all 3 colours. So you pick 2 in the listing and then you'd have to put it in the note section. Or what they're trying to get people to do is to have a surprise, which I did. So then they all pick what they believe is a coordinating colour. So I had picked turquoise, which is the new turquoise I don't believe I have seen yet. And camel for my 2 that I picked. And then my surprise yarn, which actually worked out quite well because I think this one has changed tone for the batch. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, they picked for me a blue, which I believe is the new blue. You get 2 sets of safety eyes. That's what fell out. These are small ones. I don't know what size they say. They don't say what size. I would say like 50 millimeters. No. 5 millimeters. Yes, 10 millimeters is a centimetre. 5 millimetre, I think. Get that to focus on those rather than me. It doesn't say. So yeah, that is what we have received. And I've got the pattern in my Toft area. Haven't yet made that, finishing that first. Right, next delivery. Let me get this one out. I'm going to do it, try and do it in order. So I had a lovely lady called Rhiannon who watches, hello Rhiannon, contact me about, she has an Etsy and wanting to send me like a little treat of stitch markers. So I said, let me please look at your Etsy so I can have a look rather than just freebies, but thank you very much. So I have ordered from Rhiannon. She is Cosy Crab. I think I've got that right. I will pop a link in the notes in the description, so please check that because this is what I had written down. Yes, Cosy Crab I've just seen in the packaging. And she said, thank you for your order. And she's popped me in a wool wash, as she said, I've never blocked. So Rhiannon, I have now sort of blocked, but I didn't wool wash, but thank you. So I've got a free wool wash in there, and it's lavender, and I like lavender. Like that. So I ordered a project bag from Rhiannon at Cosy Crab. So this one I liked the look of because it'd be good for when I go, if I go away, travels. So it is a world map and a nice navy accents on there. We've got two little wooden bobbly on the strings, which I like because I don't want to lose the strings. It is a drawstring, and it is my, I hate the word, gusseted project bag. Ugh, hate that word. And it is lined in like a burgundy red colour. Can you see that? So it's also all lined with the little label on the side. Just the little crab logo for Rhiannon. And yeah, drawstring project bag. So I purchased that. I did also purchase one stitch marker, and then Rhiannon's kindly thrown me in a freebie second one. So let me get out the one I ordered first. So this is the one I purchased because I am a Cancerian. So if that's going to, it's probably not going to focus. There we go. Little pink worrisome crab, because that's basically a bit of me, because I'm an anxious person. I might attach this onto here somewhere if I can. But yeah, little crabby. And then as a little freebie, because Rhiannon said for my next crochet along, a spooky freebie of a witch's hat. Get that to focus. Hopefully it's not gonna. There we go. A little purple witch's hat stitch marker. She kindly offered to send me some needle stops, but unfortunately, not being a knitter, they would go to waste on me. I'd probably just use them as like a pencil topper, but they're probably too small for a pencil topper. Yeah, so very kindly, thank you very much. So I will pop her link, so go check out Rhiannon's Etsy. She's a very small business, trying to get established, so for sure, thank you very much for that. I'm going to pop those in there so I don't lose them because I've got stuff everywhere. My next delivery was, I ordered these because thanks to Kylie, who found the project bag, I liked the colourway and design. It's Della couple of little bag sets, because we both looked and we both wanted the big bag, but the price was too much. Plus the shipping, plus the import duties. It was a lot of money. So I ordered a couple of little bags. Well, I think one's classed as a large and one classed as a small, and it's called the Rainbow O Snap Sack, which are, these are new to Della Q. So I'll show you the small one first, because actually I didn't get a chance to look at these really, and then I realised they had pockets in. So this was, you can see the colourway, and get it to focus. It's multicoloured stripes, and it's one of the mesh bags. Again, this is also, I hate the word, gusseted. So you've got a handle on the side and kind of like opening handles on the top so that you can pull. There we are, if so. So we have just a free pocket on the back there. We've got two little side type pockets here, guess put your yarn in, stand your hooks up in, etc. The Della one I got from Madeline Tosh was the same, had these little side ones. And then in the other side, we've got a free flappy one there, but we've also got a zipped pocket for notions. It's creased at the bottom. I really hate things like that. I have to put something in it, or I need to spritz it to get it to sit back down. So that arrived. It did look like the package had either been opened or chewed by a dog when it got here, so I was amazed it did arrive. I was worried it was going to get lost. Excuse me. Oh, I've just seen there's an end on this one, so I'm going to cut the end off on the stitching. Should probably burn it with a lighter rather than cut it off, but hey ho, that'll probably unravel now. And then the large one, so this is the small, apparently, and this is the large, so against Michelle's head, small. We like to do things against my head here, or I do anyway, against my head, probably double the size of my head. This is the large, again, strap, little strappy pulley openers here. Similar vein, we've got one long, but it's split into two pockets here. I don't think you might be able to see these better. This is what these are like in the end. They've not got a bottom, so they come out and you can see my hand through it. So they've not got a bottom, but whether you maybe put a water bottle in there or, I don't know, a yarn, skein of yarn. And then the same here, we've got long one that's split into two here, and again a zippy pouch there. So yeah, so I did order. So the reason I didn't realise there was pockets and then realised was because I had ordered an extra one for Kylie in bribery for her making my shawl. I forgot to take the yarn with me to Q, so I've posted it to Kylie, and I posted it, funnily enough, these arrived the day of Q. I was hoping they'd arrive beforehand. So she has a small one of these as a thank you / bribery for making my shawl for me. I know it wasn't the big size you wanted, Kylie, but it's in the colourway, so yeah, hopefully you like it. I think she had a day of it at work that day and came back and found the parcel, and I just wrapped it up in the Q tissue paper to send it. So yeah, that is my bribery. I'm going to get this back in the plastic bag now, and I'm not going to be able to. I will do it. I will squish it in. There we go, squished it in. So that arrived the day of Q. So I look forward to using those. Yes, Holly, I don't need any more project bags, I know. 2 sets of project bags. Right, let me have a sip of tea, because hubby made me a tea. I painted this mug. You can see it's got my initials on the bottom. It looks like Upside Down Sam. One more delivery, and Rhiannon, you were correct, because I did eventually decide to, well, I've purchased the yarn for the next Sirdar cow, which is a Halloween one. Haven't started. I need a break from doing long projects, because I did the Christmas one, the hearts and flowers for my mum for Mother's Day, and the summer one. So that's three in a row, so I need a break. And the Halloween cow week 2 is about to come out tomorrow, so I'm downloading, saving, bought the yarn pack with a little label, etc., so that I can participate as and when I want to. Probably likely it's going to be more round Halloween that I maybe start. So I have my yarn. I haven't actually checked they're all in here, all the colours. I'm sure it's fine. It's come from Wool Warehouse. Had a discount code, so I paid, I think, £29, I want to say. I'll get this out without you seeing my address. Was it 29? I think so, because I bought a hank of or a skein of undyed yarn for yarn dyeing. I wanted to try one. So yeah, take £9.99 off, yeah. So I think it was about £29 for the pack, and it is, how many balls is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 balls of bonus DK. I mean, we could probably do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, it adds up to 14, whether it's the right 14. You get your little label, which I haven't opened the packet, but in here you've got stitch markers and a needle, I think. And I think, as you can see, stitch markers in black and orange, and looks like needle in lime green. And then here is our label for the Trick or Treat Crochet Along 2025. So yeah, I have purchased the set, and again, hence why hubby's like, more blankets. More, yes, more. I think I'm not struggling, but I think people are, because the designer is American, and I haven't been doing these very long, but this is the first American designer I've encountered. And obviously for us UK lot and the US, the crochet terms are different. So I think some of the UK guys and gals are struggling a little bit because the videos are all in US terminology. I'm fairly good at converting in my head. There are some good conversion charts out there. It's worth writing it down for yourself. Because basically US single crochet is a double crochet over here, a double over there is a treble over here. So yeah, it's, if somebody's talking, if you're following just the videos, which some people have done, they've not followed the pattern, then you could easily go wrong. You could watch it on mute maybe and have your stitches written down, but the pattern, I believe, I haven't properly looked at it. Sorry. I do have a sleep disorder, by the way, hence my constant yawning. The pattern comes in both UK and US terminology. So as long as you just pay attention. So when I do mine, I do print them out, and I just print out the pages with the UK instructions, for example. So I know I'm following the right sections all the way through. So yeah, I need to add the videos into a watch list on my YouTube so that I've got them for later. Because I'm wondering now, are they doing a Christmas crochet along? I don't know how many Sirdar normally do in a year. Is it 3 or 4? Because I suppose we've done Hearts and Flowers, Summer Picnic. No, this will be the 3rd one. So whether they'll do a 4th Christmas one, don't know. We'll find out after this one finishes. So this is 6 weeks from the 23rd of July. So 2 weeks in July and 4 weeks of August. They probably are going to do a Christmas one. I mean, there is time if you keep up with it. Right, lastly, I decided on Sunday to do some hand dyeing again. I did buy a skein from Warehouse, but I haven't used that one. I've been using the leftovers I had from Yarn Undyed, I found, is where I ordered. I think I paid about £21 for 500 grams of undyed superwash merino nylon base. So I was using that. Reason being is I can only really do it when the weather's nice because I do it out in the garden. I will pop in some pictures on and around while I'm chatting, because it does look like I'm about to commit a murder, because I lay out an old shower curtain, then I put down cling film, I think Americans you call it saran wrap, to lay the yarn on. I had my camping stove out there with the pre-boiled citric acid mix for the yarn to pre-boil. Then I also had an electric vegetable steamer, multi-tiered, connected to an extension lead for steaming it afterwards. Plus rubber gloves. Looks like I'm about to kill my husband. He's safe. He made me this cup of tea, just FYI. He's not buried in the garden. So yeah, I decided to do some hand dyeing because it was it wasn't really hot and sunny. It was kind of greyish, but it was dry. So I spent some time doing 2 skeins. One reason was I wanted to try and recreate, or attempt to recreate, the Toft Bush Viper yarn. Ever since I saw somebody get that on their mystery or sample skein potluck with Toft, and them say it was too bright for them, can they swap with someone? And everyone was aghast, like, My goodness, that's like so rare. I decided to recreate it as best I could. I found a picture, helpfully, that Toft posted on their Facebook when it came out, of it laid out as a skein rather than just twisted. So I could actually see what it looked like when it was laid out being dyed, which helped. And then I just played around with another skein. So let me show you. I will put in pictures as well afterwards while I'm chatting of what they looked like untwisted, because I've twisted them now and I don't want to untwist them. So this is, sorry. It's better I just do it, get it out. Otherwise I'll do that whole while I'm talking at you. Gosh, that's an attractive look. That is going to be the thumbnail that YouTube defaults to pick for me for these videos. Picks the worst thumbnails ever. And I'm always going, or making a really awful face. This is my take on Toft's Bush Viper Atticus yarn. Now you can see the purple it's gone sort of pinky purple in places, as you can see there. I did have to make this quite wet because obviously I probably should have dip dyed it in some plastic cups to get the actual colourway, because then you can squeeze it out as you're pulling it out. Because I had these laid down and I was using, the only way I can describe it is the ketchup bottle that Della uses in Twilight, that she doesn't actually ever put any ketchup on, she's just shaking like this. It's a bit like that, squeezy bottles. But we've got the yellow, we've got the pink, and actually I don't think it's too far off. It's just, you can see I've got a few patchy areas. I am inexperienced. This is only my probably 5th time of hand dyeing, so I am just giving it a go. I've never done a course. I bought Siobhan's Crafts hand dye kit, well, hubby did for me in lockdown, and she's got some basic instructions in there. I tried to watch a couple of YouTube videos. I've since bought Siobhan's book that she did for hand dyeing, and yeah, so basically I'm just winging it. What's it, on a tooth and a prayer? I don't think that's the saying. Don't know. You know what I mean. I'm winging it. So it's not come out bad. I mean, my very first skeins, I remember, came out a big old muddy mess because I got them too wet and then they bled into each other. So it's not too bad. And when you see the pictures of it hanging out, then, I mean, this is where it goes a bit wrong, because I need some tips. So I need to maybe speak to Siobhan. I tried to do a black colourway with orange and turquoise. My black comes out, I mean, it does probably look a bit black, but it's really not. It's like navy blue / grey. It's not. I want black, like the blind black. So I've obviously diluted it or not put enough powder in when mixing. So I need tips on that. But it's all right. And then we've got this is supposed to be traffic cone orange, but not really sure what colour that's come out. To be fair, some of these yarns still had a bit of mixture, these solutions had a bit of mixture in them, and I just topped them up. You're probably not supposed to do that, because the last time I hand dyed was probably like 18 months ago. So they probably start to decay or deteriorate. Decay is not the right word, deteriorate, or degrade. So that is orange, supposed to be, and turquoise. So, I mean, it's not awful. Might be all right for some sort of bird. And these always look really different when you cake them up. I remember when I caked a couple of my first ones up, they are really, really different. So, yeah. And I think I might do a Atticus out of this, unless anyone's got any other tips for other good makes with this yarn. So, yeah. They drip dried outside once they were steamed. The vegetable steamer, it's the first time I've used it, and it worked really well actually, because otherwise I have to traipse it across my light grey carpet to the kitchen. So I just plugged it in, put the water in the bottom, and it's got its own like timer on it depending on how much water you put in. So it didn't beep, but it kind of went at me when it was done, which is good. So I didn't have to set timers and stuff. This steamer, I bought it, never used it, sent it to my mum. She never used it, so then I asked for it back, and it's now just yarn dyeing. It will not be used for any vegetables. It is a yarn dyeing steamer. I think it only cost me like 20 quid new. So yeah, pleased with that. That's a lot of waffle, sorry, about yarn dyeing. But yeah, I'm no expert. I probably could do some hints and tips and probably go on a proper course, but there's nothing local around here really. I'm definitely going to try and message Siobhan and say, how do I get black, please? What am I doing wrong? To be fair, my black powder is not from Siobhan. I bought it from, I think it was Colour Crafter or something along those lines. So it could just be that the concentration is not as good as Siobhan's. This is all Siobhan's yarn, dye. So it could just be that. But yeah, so I think I'm going to order some more undyed skeins, because I've got one left of my original 500 grams and then the one I just bought from Wool Warehouse, but it was $9.99 from Wool Warehouse, whereas if I buy them from Yarn Undyed, £21, it was just under £21 plus postage, so I think round it up to postage 25. It's £5 a skein as opposed to $9.99, so costs to lay out is not as bad. And yeah, I haven't had to top up any of my powders yet, unless I wanted different colours, which is why I went to try the other place, but I'll just go back to Siobhan, I think. I'm hoping she's got them listed on the website. I haven't actually looked. I know she had them at her shows, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else from me. That's a lot of waffle. Toft Advent goes on sale on Thursday. No idea what time. It's £100 again. There was a newsletter from Toft, very cryptic, not really sure what we're doing, what type of make we're doing. It's not going to be mini dolls, because when I spoke to Kerry at Q and I was like, well, you said that every 2 years the type changes. She went, yes it does, and then smiled. So it's not going to be mini dolls again. Whether we'll go full circle back to an actual doll, or I don't know, because the originals were animals, I think, Eld and the Yule Goat. So yeah, we're none the wiser. Holly thinks she's potentially worked out with a bit of a reverse image search engineering from the newsletter, but I'm not going to share it. We have spoken about it. If you really want to know, you can do that yourself. But it might be wrong. It might not even be right. So yeah, who knows? And I don't think we're going to find out much more on Thursday. But it will be £100, so that you do know. So I'm letting you know. I don't know if they're doing any other updates. They did Beatrix Potter on Monday, limited edition of the original set with the original sage, but those have all sold out. They might do a sort of Christmassy or an extra update as part of Advent on Thursday. The usual applies is they don't want us constantly refreshing the web page, because by people doing that, it makes it difficult for them to upload the update, and then it generally crashes. From what I remember, it's about 1,400 or 1,500 spaces or something on Advent. They upped it quite a lot, and it was the same number, but I couldn't remember what I did. Did I ask Kerry? I just said same number as last year, and she said yes. I'd have to go back and find an old Q post to find out how many, but it's quite a lot. What else? Purchased a Warwick ticket. Those have gone on sale. I think there are still some on sale if anybody wants one. They are £100 plus, annoyingly, a £7.54 Eventbrite fee on top. So £107.54p. I have purchased my ticket. So that is for Saturday the 13th of December, and it's Crochet Lord of Misrule. I still haven't Googled that, but I know and I've heard of that because Lush do Lord of Misrule fragrance every Christmas. And I had their candle last year, which I really liked. So yeah, that is what it's going to be for, their Christmas, and it'll be their Christmas party. There'll be mulled wine and bits and bobs. It's 2:30 again, which means I think about a 5:30 finish, and then I will leg it and drive home. So I think it only took me sort of 2.5, 3 hours last time by leaving at that time. Although that was in October, this is December. So hopefully no ice, hopefully, I mean, it'll be dark regardless, but hopefully the roads won't be busy at that time, week before Christmas. Just need to be careful because it's that sort of time that I always find that people either drink driving or being silly on the road, so I just need to take it easy. No queue tickets yet for October. Georgia did say beginning of August, so kind of thinking next week maybe they may go on sale for the October the 27th Halloween Trail workshop. Yeah, I've got nothing else now, so I'm going to get this wrapped up because it's a bit long, sorry. This is what happens when I don't do one for a couple of weeks. I'll pop all the links in. If I forget any, let me know, but hopefully I'll remember them all. I'll try and get this done before I go to yoga. If not, it might take a while to upload. I might do it when I get back. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching and listening to my ramblings. Have a good week, and I will hopefully see you all at the weekend with a bit more progress. I really want my passion flower finished so I can move on to Its Best Nest. It's that, then Imaginists is the order of the crochet. Right, have a good week, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.